to this episode of JB&A Today, the live edition. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada at the SLS Hotel and Casino Resort, whatever you want to call it, but we're here for NAB. It starts tomorrow, but we're starting it today. All right, with me on this episode is Greg Scalker from Canon.
Yes.
Okay, now this is interesting, and I don't think a lot of people always know this. They think of Canon, especially in this show, for lenses and cameras and, you know, traditional, what we think of for Canon. But being an optics company, you guys make killer projectors.
That's right, that's right. You know, it's very common for everybody to think of us with the optic company, the camera company. The last thing you think about is projectors.
Yeah.
And you know, we're really committed to the projector business. We've been you know, doing projectors for the last 10 years, and we're really committed to the LCOS system. And you know, that's what our realist projectors use. We're looking for high quality, high image quality, and the liquid crystal on silicone system gives us that ability.
Okay, let's jump back for a second, because a lot of people probably know, you know, LCD, which is a traditional LCD panel with a light shining through it. They know DLP, which is a mirror with lights bouncing off of it. But LCOS is something different. It's liquid crystal on silicone.
That's right, yes.
Okay, so it's a very different display technology than I think most people are used to. And that's really what differentiates you from the rest of the players in the market, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, sometimes it's even called the hybrid technology. And the reason why is because, you know, it's a reflective technology like DLP, which gives you that high aperture ratio. So the pixels, the areas between the pixels is much smaller. So the image looks much more crisp, much more detailed. And then like LCD, we have 3 panels that for each of the primary colors. So that keeps up that color light output consistent with the white light output.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other end of that is, you know, a lot of people don't pay attention to their lenses. They go for the lens that hits the shape, the size of the screen they want. But if you're going to buy a lens, what you put on your camera, you put a Canon. Why wouldn't you put a Canon lens on your projector as well? So your lenses really add to the value of that total projector stack.
You know, absolutely. You know, that's one of our strengths. We have a great history in creating lenses. We take that history and we implement it into our projectors. Some of the things that we do is you know, constant f-stop. So we're able to maintain a constant f-stop throughout the zoom range of a projector. That upkeeps the brightness, and it also upkeeps the contrast or the f-stop, the depth of field.
Nice, which is all going to lend to better imagery overall, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so what's new for NAB this year? What do you guys got?
So what's new this year is our WXGA platform. We came out in February. We announced a new WXGA platform, and in this platform we're using the LCOS, the LCOS system, and we also implemented the laser technology with these projectors. So for the first time, we have an LCOS WXGA laser platform.
With freaking laser beams.
That's
right.
right.
Okay, and this, you know, the joy to laser, there's a couple benefits to laser, right? There's the longevity of the life of the device emitting the laser, so you're not replacing bulbs all the time. And there's also a more I want to say dynamic value to the color. I mean, the colors are definitely more vibrant in a laser.
Absolutely.
I mean, you gotta love that. I mean, and the greens and the reds really pop. And I think that's a beautiful thing about that laser technology.
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually able to cover more of the sRGB color space, about 100% of that with our laser products now, where we were very high in the 90s with the lamp version, but the laser phosphor actually gives us a broader range of color. So it allows us to cover that sRGB color.
Nice.
You know, one of the other things about laser that allows us that we get a benefit from is the orientation of the projector. Forever with the lamp, you either have to be upward, downward, tabletop, or ceiling. Now we could orient it in any different way. It could be on portrait, it could be at any angle, and it has no effect of the lifetime of the projector.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, and that is going to give people more creativity with their projectors, right? Put them in oblique angles, shooting domes, and doing all kinds of other environments. So that just makes it more fun.
Absolutely.
It's all about powering creatives, which Canon has done for years with cameras and now with projectors as well, giving people more flexibility on that side. And 4K is obviously part of the stable, right?
4K is part of the stable, yes, absolutely. We came out with a native 4K projector about 2 years ago, and we have been adding to that technology and coming out with the 4K 600 STZ, which is the laser version to the 4K panel.
So anybody with it, this is where for this market here this week, it's all about screening rooms, right? These big post shops have screening rooms, and they need a projector and especially a 4K projector, to be able to visualize their film on a big screen and know what it's going to look like. And so that is a really good projector for that, because most of the screening rooms are not massive theaters. They're small 20-seat locations where the producers and the directors and the editors can look at their film and visualize it. And this is a great projector for a room of that size. That's full 4K, which is going to allow them to visualize their image as it's going to look like on the final screen.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that we pride ourselves with our 4K or native 4K projector is that it's the form factor. It's very compact for being a 6,000 lumen native 4K projector. Some people don't realize this, but when you have a native panel, you have to put more light in it to keep that light intensity out, data output. So keeping it at the compact size that we did allows it to be in screening rooms, it allows it to be in simulators, allows it to be retrofit from the WXGA projector.
Did you think you'd be playing with lasers, with projectors at this point? I mean, if we go back 4 or 5 years, it was like bigger lamps, powerful lamps. Now it's like lasers. I didn't see this coming, to be perfectly honest. It's cool. Yeah, no, it's the first time you read about it, you're a little skeptical about it. There was some earlier issues with laser, but now it's pretty universal, and a lot of manufacturers have been going to it. I think it's one of the more beneficial advancements in projection. Yeah. Well, the first one I saw years ago was like 400 lumens. I'm like, whoa. It's a light bulb, it's like a cheap flashlight. It really wasn't that much, and it's amazing to see it come all the way up to 6,000 lumens now.
Yes.
That's spectacular.
Right.
All right, so a lot of this will be on the show floor, out at your guys' booth. I know they always have some projectors in the side, away from the cameras. Do you know the booth number this year for?
You know what? No, I don't know
we're
off
going
the
to put
top of my
that in
head.
the show notes.
Yes.
So if you're coming to NAB, you're going to get to see these projectors. You're going to get to have a look at them and see that amazing laser and how good it looks when you put imagery through it. So Greg, thanks for coming out. I appreciate you guys being here at the show. All right, so this has been another episode of JB&A Today Live with our friends from Canon, who again, 6,000 lumen 4K laser projector. That's pretty spectacular stuff. All right, we're going to see you on the next episode in about an hour.